Good morning and welcome to the Chamber Business Report. I'm John Phillips, president of the Palm Coast Flagler Chamber of Commerce, and joined by my co-host, Kelsie Lombard. Good morning, Kelsie.
Hi, good morning, everyone.
We are thrilled today to have a guest with us from Pawfessional Pet Services. Loren is with us here on the Chamber Business Report. Before we get to Loren, I do want to let you know that the Chamber Business Report is brought to you by Cline Construction, building the future of Flagler County for the past 30 years, by Smart Technologies. They make business simple. By Intracoastal Bank of Palm Coast, community banking, the way it should be, member FDIC, and also by Katz Green, Flagler County's personal injury attorneys since 1996. Again, our guest is Loren from Pawfessional Pet Services, and we are thrilled to have you with us, Loren. Welcome to WNZF and to the Chamber Business Report.
Thank you for having me. It's an honor.
It's going to be a fun show today. We learn a little bit more about you and about your business and all the wonderful services that you provide to our pet population. So first off, let's do a little background in terms of where you grew up and how you ended up here in Flagler County.
Absolutely. I am from upstate New York, outside of Albany area, so not anywhere close to the city, really, very rural up there. I decided to open a pet sitting business about 10 years ago up there. I started doing dog walking, and that quickly turned into doggy daycare. And then COVID happened, so all of my business was gone. Nobody was going on vacation or to work anymore, so their pets stayed home with them. And we moved down here. And we kind of moved down here sight unseen, had never been to Palm Coast. My mom has a house down on Daytona Beach, so we had come that far, but never through Palm Coast. And we landed here, and we absolutely love it. And I never want to leave.
That's fantastic. And they and the pet business from New York transitioned down here, and you got it cranked up. When did you officially start Pawfessional Pet Services?
I started Pawfessional Pet Services down here about 5 years ago. And like I said, I did not know anybody here. I had never been here, so it kind of happened by accident. I didn't think I would ever be pet sitting again, and I got introduced to some networking down here. And I said, you know what, let me try this again. Let me see what happens. And now it is bigger than it ever was in New York. I have staff now, and it is amazing. And I'm so thankful that I took the leap, and we are where we are today.
Yeah, it's a wonderfully successful small business, like we have many small businesses here in the Palm Coast, Flagler County area. What's the story behind the name of Pawfessional Pet Services? Where did that come from, New York, or is that a new thing here in Palm Coast?
That came from New York. It was much easier to keep all the branding and everything and move it down here. But I just wanted something that wasn't and no offense to any mom and pop business, but I wanted it to be like a professional name, but I wanted it to be quirky. So, I mean, I think we went back and forth a bunch of times, just bouncing ideas, my husband and I, and it landed with Pawfessional Pet Services, and I like it.
It's cute.
I still like it after all these years, so it works.
No, it's good. It's got a nice. It's like you said. It's a good combination of professionalism and quirky and cool and fun, because working with animals is it should be fun, right?
Absolutely.
And is it just dogs?
No, it is everything. So it is dogs, cats, chickens, horses, pigs, emus even. We've had a hedgehog, a lot of lizards, birds. Sometimes I feed a raccoon. I don't know that we're supposed to, but I do. So, whatever people have, if I'm not sure exactly how to care for them, as long as you show me the ropes, we're happy to dive in and make sure they're taken care of while their parents are away.
Well, let's break that down a little bit further. So if somebody wanted to bring a pet to you,
yes,
they can do that, right? You have what you refer to it as the Airbnb for your pet, right?
Yes. So that is just for dogs.
Okay.
And they have to be dogs that generally get along with other dogs. And they're dogs that are comfortable, outside of their home. They're not nervous. They're not high stressed going someplace else without their parents. So it is just like a home away from home. They can get on my couch if they want. They can sleep in bed with us if that's what they're used to at home. There's no kennels or anything like that. It's just a Airbnb for dogs while their parents are away.
How many dogs are you capable of handling at one time?
So the rules in Palm Coast are very different than they were in New York. But in New York, there were different times where we had 20 plus dogs for an entire weekend. And it was families that had multiple dogs. And some of those families were like even brothers, two separate families, but the parents were brothers. And so those dogs all knew each other. And it was honestly like one of the best weekends ever. Everybody got along great. And it was a lot of fun.
And all in your house at once? 20 dogs?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And they were all sizes. I mean, they ranged from little Chihuahuas to, there was a big Great Dane named Harley there that weekend too. So yeah.
And what about here in Palm Coast?
In Palm Coast, I try to keep it low numbers. It really depends on personalities, sizes, things like that. If they're a new client of mine or a client that I've known. So, I'd like to say 6 or less, but it's usually less. I don't like to overwhelm and yeah.
No, that's good. And you're setting your service apart from other pet sitters that may use the kennel option or crating and things like that. I feel like that gives you that personal touch, and you're really caring and being like, this is how you have it in your home, and I want you to feel that way when you're here with me. Feel that love and hands-on care.
Yeah. Kennels are definitely good for some dogs, and we do in-home care for pets too. So if you don't want them in a kennel, but they're more comfortable at home, we do stay overnight. We do in-home visits. We don't have to do overnight. Everybody's a little different with what they need or what their home routine is like for their pets. So we're pretty customizable to make that work for everyone.
Yeah, everyone gets personal care.
Yes, absolutely.
And focusing just on the dogs for right now, the dogs come to your house. The other animals, we'll talk about them here in a little bit, but the only animals that come to the Airbnb are the dogs.
Correct.
And so the care that they get during the day, is that all you? Is your other staff there on site? And obviously, I'm sure it depends on how many dogs you've got at any one particular time.
Yeah, no, so it is myself, my husband, my kids are there, but they're not responsible for any care. But it is our home. So, my husband's definitely very helpful, but I'm with them the majority of the day. There may be a time that I need to step out for something, but it's never usually very long, and we have fun. We're in and out all day. We're relaxing, we're cuddling, we're sending parents pictures, and they're spoiled, and I enjoy my time with them.
You're home away from home.
Absolutely.
When your pet needs a place to stay. All right, now let's talk about the other animals.
Okay.
So obviously they're not coming to your house. The raccoon, the turtles, or whatever else it might be. You're going out to take care of someone's pet of something other than a dog in their home.
Yeah.
And that's you, and that's where you also have some staff.
Correct. Yep. So mainly my staff will go see those animals, but we do have an internal backup system. So when we do an initial meet and greet with a client, they always meet 2 sitters, and usually one of them is myself and then their main sitter. But if there's ever a problem on our end, like a family emergency or a flat tire, I can always jump in, and we never miss a beat with the care we promised we would provide. So there's always a backup plan that the clients will never know if there was ever an issue, because I'm not going to bother anybody while they're away and say, hey, we can't figure it out. There's always a solution before the problem even arises. So, but they normally go out to their houses. We have GPS check-ins. We send visit reports. We have a pretty cool client portal that is very detailed, and the clients get that at every visit, so they know the moment we're there and they know the moment we leave. And if we go for a walk, they can see where we went. With dogs that stay at their house, we're not really walking cats or anything, but
Some people walk their cats.
They do. Yeah. No one's asked me yet, but if anybody out there wants me to walk their cat, I'd be happy to do it.
It's really important. I didn't even think about the GPS tracking and quite honestly, it's the safety and security.
Yeah.
If someone's coming into your home, whether it's to take care of your pet, to clean your home or something like that, you want to know who's coming in, when they're coming in, when they're going out, and also what they've done. So I'm sure your staff, if you go in to visit their raccoon or turtle or iguana or whatever it might be, maybe you're taking a picture and sending it to them. Hey, little Susie the cat is doing great today, or Tommy the raccoon is fine. He hasn't bitten anybody yet today, but whatever that might be, you're giving updates to them so they have great comfort knowing that their loved ones back home are being well taken care of by you and your staff.
Yeah, no, it's just that peace of mind. It goes to them through text message or email. I tell them, respond if you want. You don't feel obligated to, but it just so you know, while you're on your trip, you look down, you see, oh, they were there. Everybody's good. It's not a question of did we show up. We'll always show up. But they just have that confirmation that we were there, everybody's good, and they can get back to enjoying their time. Hopefully they're away for a trip, but people have emergencies too they go away for, so
and sometimes you get flight delays and maybe they can't get home that night or the next day, and you and your staff are right there to give peace of mind to someone's animals back home.
Absolutely. We always have to account for delays because you never know with
all right,
travel.
we don't want to call anybody out specifically, but there's got to be a really funny story of some animal doing something crazy, like what's the all-time silliness thing that maybe you've seen in your time as a professional pet sitter?
So I've seen a lot of things. There's some things I can't even talk about on the radio, so we'll have to talk about that later. When they do silly things or just something new, it's like, I've done this, for 10 plus years now, so I don't get a lot of new things. But one of our friends, Debbie Uffman, her dog Olive is a crazy baby. She's a Frenchie. She comes to my house, and I have a photo of her. I have like a huge water bowl because I have St. Bernards, so they drink a lot. And it's kind of almost like a trough. And the one day I turned around, and little Olive is like in the actual bowl. She's just standing there with her feet in the water drinking. And I was like, okay, that's a new one. Like, I haven't seen that yet. So she spiced it up that weekend. It was funny.
It sounds like an awesome thing to do as a career, and I'm certain that no 2 days are ever the same.
No, not at all.
Because the dogs in your house might not be the same from one day to the next, and then dogs are just silly.
Their personalities, find out through. So
and we go to different houses on different days. We're meeting new clients on different days. I'm introducing new dogs, just different routines. So it definitely is a fresh day every day.
Let's start with maybe somebody who might be in search of your services, whether you come to their home or they bring their dog to your home. Might be somebody who you don't know personally. And how do you get that first meeting to build that comfort with them? What are the questions that they should be ready to ask you, and you can ask them, and just walk us through to make someone feel more comfortable with you and your team?
Yeah. So if anybody is ever looking for pet care, the best way to get in touch with me is by call or text. I do have a website too that all my services are listed on with pricing. And so when I initially speak with someone, I figure out what they're looking for. Do we have that available? We can always accommodate drop-in visits, but overnights and house sitting, that might be a little different at, different times of the year. So I figure that out, and we try to come up with a plan that works for their budget and their pets and covers everything that they're looking for. And then I have them fill out a client profile within that client portal that we have. And if I have any questions, I can ask them just to clarify different things a little further. But, I'm happy to answer whatever people ask me.
Do you like to go to their home and meet their dog there, or have them bring their dog to your place?
So we do the meet and greet based on what services they're looking for. If they want services in their home, we go to their home. If they're looking for boarding, I have them come to my home.
Fantastic. All good information, and we're going to learn more about Pawfessional Pet Services and our guest, Loren Gack, and some of the great things that she can do for you and your pet if you need her services, whether that be your dog in her home, your dog in your home, or any of your other wildlife that lives in your home that she can help you take care of. We're going to take a short time out here on the Chamber Business Report, and we'll be right back after this. Good morning. Welcome back to the Chamber Business Report. I'm John Phillips. Got my co-host, Kelsie Lombard. Kelsie, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
How's your Saturday going so far?
So far, so good. What about you?
I like it. Oh, it's great. We had a great guest. We're talking about one of my favorite subjects, dogs, pets in general. I always like to talk about chamber dog Remy, which Loren got to meet. We were at an event together a while back, and unfortunately, Remy behaved herself and didn't bother anyone that night.
Oh, she's always good, chamber dog of ours.
She's pretty good. She and Jericho were having a good night together that night, so it was fun. But we were are visiting with Loren Gack. She is with Pawfessional Pet Services, and evidently, I understand from during RDC, which is one of the groups that you're part of, Loren, that Pawfessional Pet Services might have a little jingle or slogan or something to it.
I do. I say, good morning, everyone. I'm Loren with Pawfessional Pet Services. You're positively perfect
Pet service.
You guys got it.
Positively perfect pet service right here. Loren Gack with Pawfessional Pet Services. And while I'm thinking about it, I have to give the shout out to pawfessionalpets.com. That's the website. Pawfessional, P-A-W, fessionalpets.com. Pawfessionalpets.com. Also, the phone number that Loren alluded to in our previous segment, where you can reach out to her to get more information, to connect your dog with her or her with your dog or other pet, 386-626-2444. 386-626-2444. That is a cell phone number so you can call or text and connect with her and make arrangements to learn more about her services. And if you need a pet sitter, whether that's in her place or your place, she can help you out. So we're going to talk more about some of the wonderful groups that you support, and we might as well start with some of them right now. I know that you are part of the big fashion show coming up here on November 13th. That's with Smart. And how did you get connected with Smart and all the wonderful things they do in the dog rescue area?
I met Carolyn, the founder of Smart, years ago, and we connected over our love for animals, and what she does is absolutely amazing. You know, I have the pleasure of taking care of these loved animals in their home all the time, but she's the one out there all the time, abused, abandoned. She's trying to trap them. She's helping owners whose animals get away. She just has like the biggest heart. So I've tried to collaborate with her and help her in any way I possibly can. And we just did a music bingo fundraiser for her,
Which was amazing.
which I hosted, and I was really proud. We brought in about $3,000 that night.
That's awesome.
You know, I told Carolyn, hands off, I'm doing this. You just sit back and come, and that's what I want to do for you. And she recently asked me to be the MC for the Fashion for a Cause on November 13th. So I'm getting excited for that and preparing, and it's going to be a wonderful night.
Yeah, she does such a great job there. It is amazing the services that she provides, and unfortunately, how many services she has to provide for the number of animals that are abused, neglected, let loose, or just need help here in Flagler County.
Yeah,
And
it's sad.
she and Otis are always out
such a
there
good boy.
helping
Yes.
helping the pets in our community, and we are glad to support them, and I know you are as well. And again, that's on November the 13th. You can go to the Smart page on Facebook, probably the best place to get more information about that event. It's the fashion show on November the 13th. Loren will be there. Carolyn will be there. Otis will probably be there.
I imagine Otis
he
will be
doesn't.
there.
Sometimes he doesn't go to all the events because they got to bring some of the other
Yeah.
animals out
Well,
there.
Buffy
but,
too. You know, she came and visited us in our office
yeah,
as well.
we did
so-
have Buffy pay us a visit at the chamber office, and
Nice.
many other dogs. So good things going on there. So let's talk a little bit more about your business and how it has grown over the years here in Flagler County. Because again, you said 5 years ago
Yes.
when you started it here, and at that point it was probably it was really just you, right?
Yeah. Just me.
And now you've evolved into staff and providing additional services, and it's been wonderful to see that growth. Some of the organizations that have helped you along the way with growing your business, I want to give you a chance to talk about some of those. I know you're an active part of RDC, the Referral Diamond Club, and then also PWFC, the Professional Women of Flagler County.
Yeah, and I also belong to Money Magnets and the Chamber, and networking and just meeting other local organizations, business owners, has really transformed my business and helped me grow by meeting their clients and me sending my clients to them when they have a different need for flooring or whatever it may be.
Yeah, and I think especially in a business like yours where it is so relationship based.
Yeah.
If someone is going to trust you with their animal, whether it's in your home or theirs, it really doesn't matter. They're going to trust you with a loved one of their family.
Yeah.
It has to be relationship based, and so those organizations are obviously very helpful.
Yeah, there's definitely a high level of trust that is needed for what I do, and I don't take that lightly. It's huge for somebody to ask me or my company to watch their animal, and it's a huge honor. And the same thing. I'm not going to send anybody a referral to a person I don't trust with my clients, because they trust me immensely.
Yeah, there's certain businesses that just have to be relationship based, and obviously yours is one of them. People can go to their website, which they certainly can, at pawfessionalpets.com, and learn more about you. But really, it's going to come down to a personal referral or a personal relationship, meeting someone in the community. And hopefully the radio show today has helped that, helped expose some more people to you through the chamber. That's one of the things we like to do, because we want to meet the people behind the business. That's one of the goals of this show, is for people to get to know you better. They might know your name, they might know the business name, but to get to know more about you as a person. And let's talk about the pets that you said you have Great Danes. You said
I have St. Bernards.
I'm sorry, St. Bernards.
No, that's okay.
Yeah, you said big dogs. I remember that. But 2 St. Bernards.
I have 2 St. Bernards, and I have a mixed breed dog. And the mixed breed dog is kind of how I started the pet sitting in New York. I just didn't want to leave him. I just wanted to be with him all the time. So that kind of spiraled that. I mean, I did pet sitting for people minimally, but then I was like, let's turn this into a real thing, because I don't ever want to leave my Bruce. And and then the St. Bernards came to me through pet sitting. I was actually their pet sitter first. One of them was a little older, and then his mom had another litter of puppies, and they said, take a puppy. So we did, but they had about 8 St. Bernards, and the one bigger one, like, I just had a connection with him over all the other ones. It was weird. And then about 6 months after we took the puppy, he said, can you take him? And I'm like, oh gosh, 2 St. Bernards. Thank God they don't drool. But but we have 2 St. Bernards now, and they're getting older. They're 8 and 9 now, but it's a good breed. I love the breed.
Well, St. Bernards are big dogs. So how big are yours?
One is 140 and the other one's 150.
Wow.
Yeah.
Those are
babies.
good size.
They're
small ponies.
Yeah, they're a lazy breed for sure. I mean, they don't need a lot of like exercise and stuff. They have low energy, but they're good boys.
But it must be fun when you have other dogs visiting your home with them and playful.
Oh yeah,
running around the house, I'm sure.
For a little bit. They're like, you got like 10 minutes and then it's night time.
Is there this is probably an unfair question, because I just know from getting to know you that you are a lover of all dogs.
Yeah.
And all pets for that matter too, not just dogs, but the primary focus of our show today is really about dogs, because those are the ones that come into your home.
Yeah.
Is there a favorite breed or anything? Obviously, you have a great love for St. Bernards, but are there other breeds that are like, oh God, I love that little Frenchie, or the other whatever it might be?
Yeah, there definitely are breeds that I love, and from working with them all the time and learning more about them, I want to maybe own one day in the future. Not anytime soon, but getting the right dog breed for everybody's family is huge, and people should do breed research before they get dogs.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I think that brings to a great question. I don't want to give out your services as a consultant, but if somebody does want to adopt a dog, you brought up the fact of it, the right breed for the right family for the right setting, active lifestyle, not active lifestyle,
Correct.
Big dog, small dog, whatever it might be.
I'm
Yeah,
happy to
kids
help
or
if
not
people
kids.
want that, honestly, because
Yeah.
that's how we keep animals out of shelters and being rehomed. And I'm definitely an advocate for the right home for the right dog. And
So if
I would help.
If somebody does want to learn more about what the right dog might be for their home and their lifestyle, and you don't have somebody who I would consider an expert, and I think you would be an expert because you've probably dealt with almost every breed out there probably during
I'm
your
also
time.
a certified dog trainer. I don't do dog training, but I do know a lot about different breeds and their characteristics that might help a family determine what dog would be best for them.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Or even just the place that they can go to find a dog, with having the connection with Smart and other resources for them, So.
Yeah, whether that be through Smart or through the Flagler Humane Society with Amy and her staff, there are a ton of wonderful, loving dogs out there that are in need of a permanent home.
We can find the right dog to fit their lifestyle.
Yeah.
We will.
That's a great segue to go back to our phone number, 386-626-2444, 386-626-2444, or online at pawfessionalpets.com. That about wraps up our time. It goes quickly here on the Chamber of Business
It does.
Report. So, Loren, thank you for coming in.
Yes,
thank you for
thank you.
everything you do for the wonderful dogs of Flagler County. And we appreciate you being part of the Chamber of Business Report today.
Yeah, thank you guys very much for having me. It was a pleasure, and
Yeah.
I appreciate you guys.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Again, 626-2444, 386-626-2444, Pawfessional Pet Services. Talk to Loren if you need a pet sitter, someone to come to your home or her home, or if you want to get some information about making an adoption of a dog, she can help you with that too. So enjoy the rest of your Saturday. That wraps us up for the Chamber of Business Report. Have a good day.
Have a great Saturday.